God is not afraid of you. God created you. God has been acquainted with the way you lived your life from the beginning, from the moment you were birthed, not even from the moment you were birthed, from the moment you were formed in the spiritual realm. There is absolutely nothing that can make him forsake you, that can make him not want to be with you, that is too much for him to take you back. There is this false Christianity that is going around, and it's not that we are condoning bad behaviors or that we are approving all those type of lawlessness, but there is this false Christianity that is going around that if you are imperfect, if you are missing the mark sometimes, that God doesn't want to have anything to do with you. And that is such a big lie from the devil. Many times we want to do things the right way and we are striving to do the right things. But the reality is that the more we put in the efforts to do those right things, the most likely we will be vulnerable to fail. And why we are vulnerable to fail is because we try to do it ourselves. Many times we will see that we failed at something. Sometimes we can even see that we completely lost our minds. And when we come back to ourselves, instead of going to the very first person that we should go to because he is the one that is able to change our situations, we feel so guilty and so filthy that we don't see the strength to going back to him. But you need to remind yourself that there is absolutely nothing new under the sun, which means that whatever happened to you happened to somebody else before you. And beyond that, they came out victorious. It doesn't matter what you've done 5 minutes ago. It doesn't matter what you're about to do 10 minutes from when you will watch this video. What matters is your posture of heart. What matters is what do you do afterwards. Because God is not afraid of you. God is not afraid of your mistakes. He used the prostitute. Not only did he use Rahab the prostitute, he used her to be one of the mothers of Jesus Christ. Can you understand that? He did not just use her. She is essential to the coming of the Lord Jesus. This is the evidence that God is not afraid of you. God is not afraid of your mistakes. If he could use a prostitute to save the spies in Jericho, it means that no matter what you have done in your life, no matter where you are right now, no matter what is the situation you find yourself into right now, he can not only use you, but he can use that for his glory. He can change you. He can transform you. Matter of fact, he will do it. But you need to stop putting yourself in the way. You need to stop putting your mistakes in the way. You need to stop thinking about yourself. You need to think about the mind of Christ. What does God say? What does he say about you? What does he say about your future? What does he say about you in the Bible? Let's start with that. What is the Bible saying about you, Christina? What does the Bible say about you, Jonathan? When you start with this first, even though you feel far from God, even though you're not sure about what he says about you personally, at least you have the sure word of prophecy, which is the Bible. The Bible that was written by revelation. So you start with that. And as you get acquainted with what is written in the Bible, you understand that, oh, God is merciful. God is forgiving. God is mighty. God will transform his people. And from today, try to be at ease with going to God when you feel so low, when you feel like you've done the biggest mistake in your life. Try to become that woman, that daughter, that son who remembers that his father, her father, will always love her no matter what happened. When you have this understanding, when you have this truth inside of you, it is easier to let go of that guilt, to let go of that shame, because you understand that God is the one who's going to remove that guilt from you. God is the one who's going to remove that shame from you. And He will use that very shameful thing to glorify you, to elevate you. Because for Him to be glorified, He needs to glorify you. For Him to be magnified, He needs to magnify you. So for this week, remember that God is not afraid of you. For this week, remember that everything, every shortcomings, the apostle says, I will glory in my weaknesses so that the power of God rests on me. Which means that every time that you feel weak, every time that you see a weakness, you should be happy and you should be rejoicing, because you know that the glory is about to rest on you. And this is not any type of glory. This is the type of glory that cannot be removed. This is a type of glory that no man have access to, because it is coming directly from God. It's not a man that has glorified you. It is God. It is divine. It is appointed. And no man can oppose that. So this week, remember, I was weak, but at least I will be a partaker of God's glory. I was in sin, but at least God will remove me out of that and change my story. If He did it for other people before, if He did it for me before, if He did it for the people around you before, then He can do it for you too. And never allow anybody, never allow the enemy tell you that you are not good enough so that God be with you. Like the video, comment something, share with someone who needs to hear this. And if it's not done already, subscribe to this channel so that you may do the inner work, so that you may blossom into who God created you to be, and so that you can be empowered. I will see you in the next video. Bye.